Okay, this video needs to come attention to Fujifilm and all GFX100 owners. When I reported a failure on the GFX100 to new pixel shift technology, I followed Fujifilm's instructions on the firmware update to the absolute letter, and those instructions are wrong. I did not fail on that front, and I'll tell you actually how to get around this. I solved the issue, and Fujifilm needs to correct the instructions for the pixel shift technology. Other people reported this also too on the comments section of Fuji Rumors. There were 4 different images that were pointed out that had the exact same flaw issue that I had, or in which a single normal GFX100 maximum resolution TIFF image looked better than the combined 16 shot. Now, it's undeniable that the 16 shot pixel shift combination technology, whether you use Capture One or Fujifilm's proprietary pixel shift application, which I used both, would require that the camera be incredibly steady. And I had the camera incredibly steady. I walked back from the camera. There were no vibrations. But if you follow Fujifilm's instructions, which you'll see here, this is the page from Fujifilm, it tells you to use the shortest possible interval. And that is not true. I was shooting most of these shots with a bright light at 1/200th of a second, and I was using a 1-second interval. They also did not tell you about the sound. They also told you here that you should use a self-timer right here, a self-timer or a remote release. You should not use a remote release. I tried that as well. It doesn't allow you to back away from the camera far enough before the first shot is taken, so that should be removed out of the instructions. The self-timer is true, but it needs to be at least 10 seconds. Before I get on to the necessary instructions on how to get the correct results, after finding out the answer, the results are absolutely stunning. First, let me show you this. On maximum combined 16-shot image, a single TIFF image, maximum image output, the digital negative is the same, is 2.4 gigabytes average, and a maximum high resolution pixel shift where 16 shots are combined into one. Maximum resolution JPEG image is 270 megabytes average. By contrast, by the way, a maximum TIFF file from a single shot of the GFX100 before this firmware existed was 610 megabytes. But now with the pixel shift technology, it's 2.4 gigabytes. Let's take a look at this screenshot here. It's showing the maximum TIFF resolution of 602 megabyte. Shot zoomed in about 400%, also 400% on the right. This is the 16 image resolution TIFF. You can see, especially on this circle, which is a solder point on this circuit board, how you have a lot more detail. Here, this is going to be so great for ultra high resolution product photography, also too for archival photography where you take pictures of super rare artifacts or paintings. Anybody that owns a GFX100 not only had a tool unlike any other, now they really have a tool unlike any other where they can take incredible, unbelievable shots. I'm going to upload a couple high-resolution JPEGs, not the TIFFs since they're 2.4 gigabytes, but each JPEG is 270 megabytes. Absolutely incredible in size. That's the stamp image. Let's see. Take a look at the maximum pixel output from a single JPEG on this one. There's 252 megabytes. I'll bring that up, and you can see how far I'm coming. I was only using a 40. This was not even using a macro lens. This was using the 45 millimeter at about 6 feet. And so this is 16 images combined into one. Oh my God, the amount of detail is absolutely jaw-dropping. But once again, I'll tell you how to do it correctly. If you follow Fujifilm's instructions on the manual update, you'll get the same bad results I did. So I did not make a mistake. I was following Fujifilm's instructions to the letter. But if you do that, you'll get, man, oh my God, these images are just incredible. You thought the GFX100 had a lot of detail in it. These really have a lot of detail in them. So here's what you have to follow. Okay, get down to the nitty-gritty. The pixel shift necessitates these 3 points, which the manual does not tell you. Contrary to the manual, never use 1-second intervals. You have interval choices of 1 second, 2 second, 5 second, 10 second, as I recall. Never ever use 1. Ever. No matter what the shutter speed it is you're shooting at, 1 is too short. It needs an interval of 2 seconds or more. Always use a 10-second timer and back the hell up from the tripod no less than 10 feet. And don't even move then. I mean, I've taken a lot of astrophotography shots, time exposure shots, and I knew that taking 16 shots would require absolute steadiness, which of course I did do before. But even with absolute steadiness, you have to have at least a 2-second interval. And you need to use a 10-second timer on the camera and back the heck up. Also, too, the sounds from the camera will cause an interior vibration which will rebound out through the camera for longer than 1 second. You have to absolutely turn off all sounds in the camera. Shutter sounds, operation sounds, all sounds have to be turned off. So always use 2 seconds or more. Always do a 10-second. Even a cable release is not safe enough. Because when you use a cable release, before you could back the heck up, it's still going to take the first shot. Even a cable release is not cool. I used a cable release and I got bad results, so can't do that. Use a 10-second timer. So we're talking about holography levels of 0 vibration here. I don't know if you know what it takes to make a hologram, but you have to use a super, super heavy-duty steel table that weighs, as much as, weighs a ton. I mean, just the slightest vibration of, a mosquito landing on the table can actually mess up a hologram, believe it or not. It's almost that bad. But as long as you follow these rules, you will get these incredible results, and the results are undeniably incredible. So don't accuse me of messing up, because I followed Fujifilm's instructions. But if you follow them, you'll get the same bad results I do. Fujifilm needs to fix that. But that's good news for any GFX 100 owner. I don't want to open up this TIFF file. Well, that's a single one. This one's 2.4 gigabytes. Also, too, even though I'm rocking a state-of-the-art iMac with a lot of RAM, it just literally stomps on the neck of your computer, so don't be running anything else in the background while Capture One or anything else just trying to process it. Doesn't matter how fast your computer is. When you are trying to edit or mess with these, every single shot is 2.4 gigabytes. It will literally step on the neck of your computer. So the only thing, don't even run music in the background. I know everybody likes to run music in the background. Look at this. Also, too, this is a single TIFF file on the left. Look at the clock face on this. And on the right over here, we have 16 shots combined into one. They'll always come out about 1/3 of a stop or greater darker on the combined shots. I found that to be the case. That's no big deal, but look at the amount of detail that we actually have here. Even on the torn edges of the stamp, unbelievable. Look at the clock face on the left. This is a normal GFX 100 max resolution TIFF file at 610 megabytes, zoomed in about 400%. Over here on the right, max resolution pixel shift, a lot more detail. This really brings the GFX 100 to the next level. So anyway, Fujifilm needs to fix that in their manual, but at least the camera works. So I found out the secret. I hope that helps you all, and I hope Fujifilm watches this video. Hello, Fujifilm. You need to correct your user manual here because it doesn't give you the correct instructions for getting proper results. But I've given it to you, and I hope you like this video. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye. Wait for it. Fujifilm.